what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, and I'm bringing you the second Rosecraft blade to check out. Now, this one is kind of an anomaly, right? For a few different reasons. One, put it in the hand right here. It's just, for me, for big guys, it doesn't work. Now, here's the thing. I said I did a short on this, just a little thing, and I did another intro video. In the intro video, I mentioned how it feels like this one, and there's another one, was designed by a really small person. I used the word little person, which I didn't mean little person. And this one is better than the other one as far as the grip. The other one is, oh, where is it? Right here. Right here. Box from the Scab over at Choir Boys Outdoors. This one in the hand is terrible. This one in the hand, you can see how it extends just a little bit. This one is definitely better. And I found out that Swags, which is the last name of a person, Swaggerty. The person is Savannah Swaggerty. So this is a female. So when I said it feels like a little person, like a smaller person designed this, and I think that one was also a same designer. It makes a whole lot of sense because it feels like it was designed by a small person and they grabbed it and they said, oh, yeah, this is perfect. For a small person, yeah, but for a big person, no. What changes about this one over that one is this part right here. She added a front choil that is not just a choil that you can use, but it's a working choil, and it's a working choil for big hands, which is odd because the design itself is made for smaller hands until she adds that. I don't know how she opened up that brain of hers and she was like, you know what this thing needs is a real choil. She killed it on that choil, man. It changes everything. You go from a handle this big, this little tiny thing, to a handle this big. That's a full knife grip right there. That is a full knife grip, and I'll show you. Because when I design grips, I have to design things that are going to fit me, and I'm huge. That is a full knife grip on the D-Bad Menace. If I go from the choil down, that's almost the same size as the Menace grip. And you can see where this point comes up, and this point, that's where the fingers are going to lock you in, lock your hand in. She did a great job from this point to that point by adding a choil. She could have let the blade, she could have added a recurve, she could have let the blade come all the way through, she could have just made a little sharpening choil like on the other knife. Nope. What she did is she made a grip that will fit, I'm going to say this, pretty much anyone. I mean, you have to be Shaquille O'Neal to hold it in the front grip and say, no, it's just not going to work. There's no way a normal person, and I'm saying my hands are 2X. My hands are obviously far above average, but I'm still a normal person considering. There's no way a normal person wouldn't be able to grab this, working that choil, and feel good about it. I cannot use this knife from here. Even though it's much better than the other one, it actually has a slant where the pinky is supposed to go. And that helps out a little bit. And the fact that it's just a little bit longer really helps. I can press my pinky in and I can use it. But because of this, there's no need. There's no reason not to use the choil. When you grab it, it's a natural grip, right? So I'm going to first go through this knife's problems. And then we're going to get into the good stuff. And the problems, I'm not going to lie to you, some people might not be too happy I'm going to address this. We'll address all the problems, and there's some problems. So number one problem with this knife is they call it a pocket monster. When you think of pocket monster, you think of a extra large Espada. You think of the 747 from Tops. You think of something from Curtis Customs or the 4Max. You're thinking of these big badass knives, and that's why they're called pocket monsters, because it's a monster knife in a pocket. You have a cutting edge of minusculity. It's tiny. This is not a pocket monster. This thing is adorable. It really is. It's a cute knife. I look at it, and what goes into my head when I see this is koala. And I think she should have named it the koala, because a koala is wicked adorable to look at. But if you get too close, those claws are going to tear you up, man. They will tear you up. And I put that in my head. And when I was playing with this knife, I was like, man, it's like a little koala. And that was before I found out it was called the Pocket Monster. I found that out this morning, and I was like, say what? So, okay, so next, for all the bad parts of the knife, that's it. That's it. It just has the wrong name. This knife is really good. I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to do a little bit of whittling type stuff with it, because that's really what it is. This isn't going to be your camp knife and your this and that. This is going to be your, I work at Home Depot or I work at Costco, and I have to cut those plastic ties on boxes. I have to rip open boxes. That's what this knife is. That all day, every day. This is going to be that, got to cut some zip ties, got to cut some line, This is a straight up box opening, twine cutting lifesaver, when instead of having to try to rip stuff open with your hands, this little guy right here will come in massively handy. As far as the good points in the knife, I already pretty mentioned it. It's got a good ball bearing. It's used, but it doesn't feel broken in yet. It's still a little stiff. So I'm assuming with time it'll get a little smoother. Right now it's definitely, you can feel it. It's not as fast as some. It doesn't snap as great as some, but it's a really small blade, so that has a lot to do with that too. I have to say, it sounds like I'm saying I don't like this knife at some points, but that's not true. I'm just being honest, and I have to get the honesty out of the way. There's nothing really not to like about it. You know, if you need a blade this big, you get a different knife. But if you're just using it to cut stuff or to whittle or cut an apple, man. Now, it's a used knife, so I don't know if it's going to be shave sharp. And yeah, that's what we call shave sharp. That was a quick little brisk once over, and I left myself a bald spot right there. You can see it. See that shiny spot? That's from this. So a used knife, the edge is still held up. Not much bad to say about that. Let's take it outside. All right, so I was telling you that it's adorable, but it's more than adorable. It's a good-looking knife. It's a good-looking knife. I really, really like the way she did her grinds here. I really like the way she pulled up the choil, how far she went up, how far out she went. She just did a good job. The color palette, the red and black, I mean, that's just a tough-looking color palette. It doesn't matter what it's on. It just looks good. That's why you see Corvettes with red and black, because it's supposed to be red and black, because it's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to look good. Red and black. It's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to look good. So yeah, so as far as her designing a knife that looks good, she nailed that part. She nailed that part without question. It is definitely a good looking knife. Let's see, we'll do a couple drops, and we'll see how the bite is from a 4-foot friction. I mean, a gravity drop. Friction drop. What the hell am I talking about? And I'll tell you, that drops pretty damn straight. Do a couple hard downward throws. We'll check on that stop pin. See if anything's going to come loose there. Bam! That was a good hard downward throw. So it has a decent bite. You got to remember, it's a fairly light knife because it's so small. But I have to say, just putting it in this grip is enjoyable. It's nice. You know, I feel a lot of knives that in a forward grip don't feel that good. This one does, and it lends this grip right here, which is just a great peeling grip. I mean, it's better than just like a box opening grip. It's a peeling grip. This is the kind of thing where you can do all your whittling. I mean, just whittle. Chicken whittle. All right, so let's try the 1/2-inch rope. We'll see if we can get a push cut, and on a straight push cut without any sawing, it absolutely cuts through. It's no problem. It's gonna get there. Let's do a little downward stab into the leather. Ugh. That smoked it. Went all the way through, no problem. That's a lot of layers of nice thick saddlebag leather. Very, very good right there. Let's see how it loosened up. All right, so here's the problem. there's no problem. So all you guys who are waiting for it to fail, sorry, it's still good. So, so we have that. Let's see now. I told you this has got a whittler's grip. I want to bring you nice and close. And we're going to just do some round feathering. And it's kind of like a whittling grip right there. And you're just going to push the steel along the wood. So if you were going to carve, you can do that. What this lends for is really easy feather sticking, right? So you can just take it. You can use little round swipes, and you're going to make yourself a whole bunch of cute little curls with your cute little knife. This is not a pocket monster. All right, so let's do some pulls. I could use a side grip on this, and my finger locks into the choil on the side grip. And now here we go. We're getting to a flat spot, so I can get some really nice Shirley Temple curls right there. That is pretty sweet. Let's do a couple notches and make sure I'm in frame. And it dives into the wood really, really nicely. I mean, it really dives in. That's got some great bite to it. The fact that it's so compact really makes it easy for this kind of work. And that choil does everything. If I was trying to do the same thing back here, it's just not the same. It doesn't have the same grip. I'm losing power in the pinky, this and that, and I don't get that nice forward cant in the grip. But with that grip, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, old Swags, she did a good job on this. She did a good job on this. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the overall feel of the knife, the overall workability of the knife. You know, people can call them what they want. She wants to call it a pocket monster, she can call it a pocket monster. I'm just having fun with it. It's just too cute for that. But what comes down to is it going to work? Is it going to cut? Is it going to be a knife? Right? So that's what all this is about. Is it a knife? Is it a properly done knife? And this is where design comes in. And people will say, you know, it really comes down to, can you use it and this and that? And it's almost like discrediting the importance of the design. The reason this knife works isn't because it's built well. It's not. It is built well, but that's not why it works. It works because of the design. And if you have a knife, if this choil wasn't here, this would be an improper design. Doesn't matter if it did the same tasks, it would be an improper design because it wouldn't be made to do the things the way it's made to do, right? And I don't know if that makes sense, but the design in that aspect is, can I still get the job done? Yes, but the job will get done more properly and easier with less stress on the body and the blade if the design is right. You can see it's having definitely some trouble on the plastic netting. This stuff is hard for some knives. It really is. And this one is definitely having trouble. But it is a used edge, and it could be that, but it is. I just tested it shave sharp, so I would have trouble. Really telling you guys that it's because of the edge. It's not because of the edge. It's just some knives don't do good on the plastic netting. That's just one of those knives. It does good on everything else. That doesn't mean it's going to do good on everything. I mean, you can see it just tears through that. And again, it's designed to do certain things. This thing wasn't designed to be a ripper. It's not a skinning knife. It's not. So to expect it to be a skinner would make me an idiot. Well, okay, I'm an idiot. We know that I'm an idiot, but in a different way, a different kind of idiot. I'm a lovable idiot. So I don't know, overall impressions on this thing. If I'm going to first go to the design factor, yeah, it's designed well. And what makes it a good design is that it's properly designed what it's designed to do, what it's for, what it's to be. You know, you can have a knife that's designed to be a machete, but it works better in the kitchen. You can have a knife that's designed, I have a hen and rooster that's designed to be a hunting knife. You can't cut your skin with it going up and down, but if I take it to a piece of steak, it slides right through it. It's insane the way it works. And some knives are designed to be certain things without being other things. And some knives are designed to be certain things that just aren't those things, but they do other things really good. This knife is designed to do what it's supposed to do. And that's exactly what you want your knife to do. If you have a combat knife, but it's designed as just a fighting knife, guess what? It's not a combat knife. I'm sorry you guys feel that way about the K-Bar. It's not a fighting knife. It's a utility knife. But that's the thing. This thing is designed to do exactly that. It's designed to be a whittler. It's designed to open things. It's downward cutting and whittling. That's exactly what this thing is designed to do. That's exactly what this thing is good for. This is not going to be the knife that you go ahead and carve a path out in the forest with. It's not the knife that's going to go ahead and get you your firewood. No, this is the knife that's going to carve a face into a block of wood or carve a little horse out of a block of wood and you can give to your granddaughter. That's what this knife is for. That's what this knife is great for. This knife is great for opening that box that might have some more Rosecraft blades in it. Who knows? But the thing is, even though it's limited, it's made to do exactly those limits. It's not made for anything else, and that's what makes it such a good design. And I know if you really are listening, that makes a whole lot of sense to you because it's really true. So if I had to say, would I recommend this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I recommend this if, you're a firefighter? And no. I would recommend this if you're going to sit on the porch and you're going to whittle something. I would recommend this if you need a knife to put in your pocket to know that you can just do any random cut that you're going to need to do. That's what I would recommend this for. This is not your camp blade. I'm not going to say, hey, if you're a bushcraft Steve, this is the knife you want to take into the woods and get your firewood. I'm not going to recommend that knife for you. I'll tell you what, though. If you need a whittling, cutting, sweet little tiny koala knife, not a pocket monster, this guy right here is pretty damn good. Good job, Swags. I like it. So that's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.